Not at all, Steve. Not at all. And really appreciate the opportunity to be with you here today.
Hey, we're so excited to have this technology that you are right here with us from Denmark, and we can really pick your brain and focus on where we're all going to go in 2025. Boy, what a 2024 did we have, right? Was that an amazing year? All the different records that we broke, lives that were changed. Tell us a little bit what you recollect as far as 2024 for us.
Oh, absolutely incredible. Well, there were a number of new records that we set. You know, first of all, sales were up 50% in 2024 over 2023. And that made us the #1 fastest growing company in the world in our industry 4 years in a row. And we're going to get that honor again this year. And we'll be getting that award in March. So thanks to all of you, Lifewave is #1 in the world again. And 2024 was absolutely amazing. Our 20th anniversary, we had incentive trips for our community all over the world. Of course, we had an elite SPD event that was held in Bora Bora. We had a 20th anniversary cruise. We had the opening of a drone hangar over here in Denmark at the largest drone testing facility in the world. We're testing our humanitarian drones. We had the grand opening of our brand new office in Draper, Utah, along with, of course, our Star Trek-like Welcome Center, which I hope that you'll all visit. And of course, Steve, you know, we had an amazing time there. And then, of course, we had that absolutely incredible 20th anniversary global conference that was just amazing. You know, I still go back and watch the highlights from that event. It was just so electrifying.
I did say to David, and he knows this, that during the event, right as toward the end of it, I said, this is out of the 36 years I've been in this industry, Gene and I had never experienced a global convention put on by corporate like we did in Dallas. It was off the chart. David, congratulations. You know?
Oh, thank you, Steve. Really appreciate that. And of course, you know, we've got Anaheim that's going to be coming up this October. And we already have 2 well-known entertainers that are going to be coming in. We're in the process of finalizing the guest speakers that we'll have, of course, working on agendas and content. And we're going to try to make this October 21st Global Conference even bigger than the 20th. So we'll see how we do. But I'm really excited about what we're putting together so far.
What's exciting, is that incredible or what? All right. Boy, we've had more participation with you here than we've had all weekend. Is he fired up or what? All right. Guys, who's going to be with us in Anaheim? Now, what's exciting today, we've got virtual people from all over the world. I don't know if you can see their faces, but they're hungry. They're watching from all over the world. They're waving to you. Hey, put in the chat if you're going to be with us in Anaheim so we can talk to all of the people from around the world. Say, I'll be there, or I'll be in Anaheim, so we can get up, rise in the chat. So we're including everybody from around the world because this is a global opportunity, just like he's beaming in from Denmark. It's amazing. So that's wild what happened in 2024, and I'm confident that we are going to break more records in 2025.
Yeah, absolutely. No question about it. You know, one of the big things, of course, that we did at the conference was we finally unveiled our brand new water machine technology. And just coming up, of course, this month, I'll be talking about that even more. We're going to be unveiling some new studies that we've done on that technology, and that'll all be at Vision, which is coming up this month. And that's going to be, I think, a huge contributor to our sales this year as the water machine complements X39 and all the other patches, plus it acts as a delivery system for the nutritional products that we have coming out.
I'm really enjoying this technology that we've got here. He's right here with us. Is it amazing? You know, David, you know the date today. Gina wants to make sure you're really with us. What is the date today?
Yeah, that's a good question. What is it, the 11th? Yeah, I think it's the 11th, right?
Yeah, and it's really him in the box, right? You know what's exciting is that you actually gave as a gift to Gene and I one of these boxes. We have it in our house. We haven't even used it yet, but this is going to be a great way for us to talk around the world. We just get in the box and talk to all of you and all your people from around the world.
Oh, Steve, my buddy Jim Caldwell and I actually are doing a session on this at Vision. And we're going to be talking about how we're taking hologram technology and avatar technology to the next level. So we want all of our brand partners to be able to use this technology. So imagine 24/7 that you can be communicating with any of your brand partners globally, but then the AI software is translating into whatever language you need it to. So this is things that Jim and I have already done, where I would be in Florida, I'd be in Utah, and I'd be doing a meeting in Tokyo speaking Japanese, in South Korea speaking Korean. The technology is beautiful, and we want to make this available to all of our brand partners and increase the speed at which we do business.
Wow. So get ready. They've all set up. They're all sitting to the edge of their seat saying that this year they're rolling up their shirt sleeves and every single brand partner on the This Is It team is ready to step it up a whole notch to a whole nother level. Right, guys? All right? So you got it. It's amazing. Now, hey, I want to just, is there anything you want to say to This Is It team leaders of what they did in 2024, their dedication, the sacrifices they made, and all the things that they got, to let everyone know? There might be some new people here that don't know anything about these leaders here, what they have literally done over the last 24 months maybe since we've been in, and what you might want to say to the leaders in front of their peers.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I'm so incredibly grateful and appreciative for all of the time and the hard work that our leaders and our brand partners put in to build Lifewave, because we don't have a business without our leadership. We don't have anything. When we released X39, that was in 2018, we were a relatively small company then. We had been in business for 15 years, but still a relatively small company. But it was because of you and Gina, the amazing leaders in your team, that we were able to grow and become the fastest growing network marketing company in the world 4 years in a row. And again, we're getting that title again for the 5th year. And we're on our way, hitting $1 billion in sales this year is totally within reach. And that's all because of the hard work and dedication of this team. And of course, the most important thing is that every day we get testimonials on how our products are changing people's lives for the better. Amazing testimonials of healing, pain relief, improving quality of sleep, improving people's energy, and of course, improving some things that I can't talk about because they'd be medical claims. And this ultimately is how we change the world, one life at a time, bringing light into the world, bringing healing into the world. And that's all because of the hard work of your team. So my many thanks and appreciation for everything that your leaders are doing.
All right, let's talk about a couple things I want to bring up. In our 36 years, Gina's and I, we've been in this industry for 36 years, we've never experienced a product like the X39. Give us some insight on how you brought this life-changing technology to market.
Yeah, so we'd have to go back to the 1990s. And back then, I owned a company with a group of guys, and we had been developing new technologies for the U.S. Navy through government contractors. And this would be emergency power generation equipment, emergency oxygen supplies. I invented several new methods for generating hydrogen, new types of batteries and fuel cells. And I had been invited to be part of a design team for one of the Navy's next generation mini subs. And I thought, well, the crew of the mini subs were Navy SEALs. And how are we going to improve their survivability? So I spent a couple years thinking about this, and the patch technology came out of looking at how to improve energy for the crew without using stimulants or amphetamines. So great, we've got this technology, we do clinical studies, set up manufacturing, but how are we going to get this to market? And through a series of events where I met a businessman who introduced me to a doctor, who introduced me to a coach, who introduced me to another doctor, I realized that this was all happening through networking. And in 2004, I made the decision to take Lifewave to market as a network marketing company. And we did phenomenal our very first year in business. $17 million our first year in business in 2005. And it's been amazing ever since then. The power of networking is what has allowed Lifewave to exist now for more than 20 years. And it's such a key part of our success. We've gone through a really unusual time in our industry, especially since the pandemic, where many companies, about 60% of the companies in the industry, have been losing money. And those that are making money aren't really doing very well. And so as a result, many companies have decided to leave the channel. And I don't feel this way at all. The future of our industry has never been better. And I think because of technologies like holograms, because of technology like AI and other things that we're doing, the network marketing industry is about to go through the biggest boom and growth ever. So those companies that are dropping out now are really making a mistake. And of course, Meredith and I have talked about plans about where we're going over the next 5, 7, 10, and even 20 years, introducing new technologies and new opportunities. So for me, I'm unbelievably excited about the network marketing direct sales channel, and I can just see incredible prosperity for the future.
Wow. Wow. Now, before I go to my next question, I want to bring this up because I spoke about it last night with Geraldo Durelli was here, and he did a phenomenal presentation, didn't he? Right? You got incredible gentleman working there, and I love that he's on the East Coast in Orlando, so he's in our time zone. But I wanted to let you know that in all the years we've been in networking, Gene and I have never had the unity and the, forget about business, but friendships with the corporate team that we've had. I believe that the unity in the field and the corporate team, because of Meredith, Wayne Moorhead is here, and you're here. I just want to commend every one of you to please take this back to corporate at Umlo, that this does not go unnoticed. Your servanthood, all the efforts that you're putting in, and I'm so grateful that we're working with your team, because I'm confident that's what's going to take this company to a whole new level because of the unity that we all have together. Right?
So appreciate that, Steve. I feel so blessed that we have Meredith as the president of the company. She's an amazing woman. Never seen anybody with this level of energy before, and just the amount of dedication that she puts into the business is absolutely incredible. Yes. So blessed to have Meredith. And of course, Wayne, as a newcomer into Lifewave, I'm so enjoying working with him. He's bringing a wealth of experience into Lifewave, and really feel very fortunate that Wayne joined our team. And of course, we're over 550 employees now, and growing strong. So phenomenal team. Really very, very fortunate that we have the quality of the people that we do.
Yes, amazing. All right. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about business. A key reason for the duplication, what we are experiencing, is the simplicity of the X39. I love the fact that I've done a few interviews with you and you just say, stick the X39 where it hurts.
Absolutely. When we do clinical studies, we've got way over 80 clinical studies now. We're going to probably breach 100 clinical studies this year at the rate that we're going. And each time we do, we learn more about the synergy of each of the patches and then some of the new products that we're taking on, so we can support our claims and expand our claims, and then, of course, develop new products as a result. X39, even with the addition of the water machine technology, with the nutritional supplements that we're coming out with, X39 is going to continue to be the flagship product because of its simplicity and because of the powerful results. And what we found in our studies is that you can put it behind the neck, below the belly button, on your foot, on your knee, on your back. It really doesn't matter. The patch is going to work wherever you apply it. And the blood tests and the urine tests and bioelectrical tests, they demonstrate this. So people don't have to get hung up about the place where it's applied. You just put it on the body and it goes to work. Put it on the morning, take it off at night, and you're good to go.
It's so simple, and the great thing is that a lot of times with his educational background, he's a little bit talking over my head. Now, not a lot of you understand everything he's saying, but a little over my head. But when you say stick it where it hurts, I can understand that. And so can a lot of my friends, all right? Now, before we get off that subject, when you said these clinical studies, sometimes us brand partners, especially if you're brand new, don't get someone that says, hey, I'm not getting a result as fast as I want, or I'm not getting a result. You said after all those clinical studies that you do, you have a percentage of people that are having results. Can you help us on that so that all the new people know what kind of results people really are having after blood work, urinalysis, electrolysis type test?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I do want to mention the water machine in just a second, but let's stick with X39. So, when you apply a patch, what we do in our studies is we'll measure the blood before and after. So we'll take a baseline measurement of blood and urine and other bioelectrical readings. Sometimes we'll do an EEG, so we want to see what's going on with the brain or the heart. We use acupuncture measurements. We do meridian assessments, all different types of measurements. And then we'll apply the patch and then take readings 24 hours later, 7 days, a month, and so forth. And what we see is that over 90% of the people that use the patch have measurable, statistically significant changes in their blood and urine within 24 hours, as well as improvements in the quality of sleep, improvements in their energy, and some other measures. And we see that, 7 days out, a month out, that's stayed the same. So those people are still responding. Now, whether or not someone feels that is a different matter. So you can think of this like taking vitamins. Sometimes you're going to feel a difference. Maybe sometimes you don't feel it initially. But most people are going to feel an improvement in their sleep and energy the first 24 hours. And then about 3 weeks in, something very interesting happens. We learned this when we did brain scans. And what we were finding is that with some people, it took up to 3 weeks before we could see a shift. A lot of this has to do with a phenomena called inflammation, meaning as people grow older, they accumulate inflammation in their body. And it takes some time to clear that out so the body can heal. So if people aren't feeling a benefit right away, it could be through chronic injury, years of accumulating damage in the body, and the body simply needs some time to heal. Yeah. So I would recommend continue to use X39. Make sure you're getting proper rest. Look at cleaning up your diet, drinking more water, drinking less caffeine, tea, things with coffee, things with caffeine, and cleaning up your diet a bit. And you're going to see those changes start to occur.
Fantastic. All right. Now, before we get to the water, I got this question for you, all right? After watching Gene and I and our This Is It team build for the past 2 years, have you noticed a difference between our approach, focusing in on X39 as the flagship product, using a proven system to guide our team versus those who promote all patches without a structured system?
Oh, well, there's no question about it. There's a reason why your team is number one. It's because of that approach, about the simplicity, about the focus. And it's often a little bit frustrating, I think, for Meredith and I, when we see teams, I don't want to name them, of course, but when we see teams where they say, well, we just want to market all of the patches, and if a person is in pain, we'll recommend Icewave. If a person is having a problem sleeping, we're going to recommend Silent Nights, and just kind of put everything out there. And that lack of focus, we're finding, confuses the person that is just taking a look at Lifewave. They're getting bombarded by too many choices. And when people get hit with too many choices, then they don't make a decision. So absolutely, it's so clear that the teams that focus on X39 have a much better approach and much higher likelihood for success. And you and your team have absolutely proven that. So do not deviate from presenting X39 and keeping it simple.
And I will tell you that because I believe in you so much, and you're, the way you come out with his X39, if you came to my house like early in the morning or late at night, and I forgot that I stuck them on early in the morning, from head to toe, I've got your patches. I'm not sure if I got them in the right spot, but they're all over me. Or I look like a Dalmatian when you come there. So I believe in all the patches, right? I just don't talk about them or have them on me. I just got the X39. So we do believe in you. And as you grow and you build a business, you wear them, but you keep them a secret until you get the person to senior director, get them moved in the rank. Believe me, the corporate team will get you emails of all kinds of patches that we got, so they'll keep them up to speed. But thank you for that information, because we want to keep. Our goal is to help people change their lives, and I think there's more people praying for financial freedom, even as much, at least, or more than health. So let's help them all the way and not have them confused, because they live busy lives. Am I right? All of your friends are busy, but this is so easy to work and make it happen. I know that you're chomping at the bit to talk us a little bit about the water machine. So tell us a little bit what we might be able to expect. What is it doing? I know I drank the water. I felt like $1 million, but then they took it from me. All right, so I can't wait to get one. Tell them a little bit about what to expect when they're taking the water. Maybe not so technical, because we don't have a lot of time on that, but what to expect and when we're going to be expecting this incredible technology.
Yeah, well, of course, it took hours for me at the Dallas conference in October to go through the research and what we did over the last 6 years to get to this point. But the short, and I'll be covering this again at Vision, but the short story is that this water recreates a phenomena that occurs naturally in lobsters. And incredibly, the mathematical code that's found in lobsters is also found in the book of Genesis. And it shows up in the very first sentence in the book of Genesis, and it also shows up in the story of the tree of life. So what's incredible is that in the Bible, which is I believe is the literal word of God, God is describing how everything was created, and those Hebrew words get distilled down into numbers, and those numbers create a code, and that code is found in the wavelengths of light that are in lobsters, and lobsters are functionally immortal. Lobsters never age. The reason why lobsters die is they get sick, they get hunted down by a predator, or they outgrow their shell. But lobsters have been found that are over 130 years old, and they've never aged. So I wanted to understand what's going on here. How are they capable of that? So I discovered this code in lobsters, and then came up with a way to embed those photons of light in water. And we have a machine that does this now, so that when you drink this water, that light is released inside of your body. And we've completed 4 clinical studies on this. We're going to be completing another 3 in the coming months. And what we've shown is that 100% of the people that drink this water get an effect from it. We've never seen that with any product before, that 100% of people respond. The other thing that's incredible is that almost everyone sees an effect within 10 to 15 seconds. So
that's what I mean. I felt the effect and he took it from me.
You have people connected to a machine, different types of measurement equipment, such as heart rate variability. 15 seconds later, we're seeing measurable improvements in the muscle contractions in the heart. Never a technology like this before. So the longevity benefits of this technology are unreal. So again, we don't have time to get into it all now. But come to Vision, you're going to hear more about the studies that we've done and more about the technology. Wow. And that's another great reason to come to things like the conferences, right, because we have a lot of time to get into more of these specifics.
Yeah. Is that amazing? Come on. What lives are we going to change? 10 seconds and your life can be changed. All right? Hey, last thing I'm going to ask you before we go. We're at Rise Up convention because where everyone is being challenged to rise up out of their circumstances, whatever they're going through. There's so many different walks of life that are here watching online around the world. But our team, Gina, myself, and our leaders, the elites and the SPDs, we want everyone to win. No matter what we got to do, we want to help them get out of their funk so that they can have the success that they want in their life, similar to what's going on with Lifewave. And we know that you've gone through some very big struggles over the last 20 years, almost bankrupt 2 times, all right? But you've risen to the challenge. You've got a few statements that you've learned from there. I'll let you say that. But could you just bless everyone going into this new year on how they can rise up and they can achieve the goals and dreams that they got for their family, just like you have. And there's got to be some things you could share with them from all your experiences.
Yeah, I would say, the first thing is you have to lead a life of prayer. God is always going to be in control. And leading a life of prayer daily, turning to God, it's really true. We look that God's will be done and not ours. And hold that in your heart each and every day and look for his guidance. And through some hard work, patience, persistence, you can really overcome any of the challenges in your life. As Steve was saying, in 2006, we nearly went bankrupt. In 2016, that was because of a credit card fraud. In 2016, major computer problem. Almost went bankrupt again. And when times were that dark, you have to have a relationship with God. You have to pray and look for guidance. And those tests, I would say, are a really good thing because you find out a lot about who you are and whether or not you're really committed to your mission in life. And in our case, we went from near bankruptcy to being the #1 company in the world just a few short years later. So that's an incredible testament of what you can do with your life. Even if you're in the darkest place right now, you turn to God, you look for guidance, you ask that his will be done in your life, and extraordinary things can happen. And Steve, just one last thing before we go, because we have such an amazing community. I want to let you know, if you haven't already seen it on social media, but for the past number of days, myself, Jim Caldwell, Meredith Wayne, Thomas Burke, and a number of leaders in our community, some of them are on your team, we've been working to help the people in California that are victims of the wildfires. So we made a donation of $100,000 to the Red Cross for immediate relief in Southern California, $50,000 to Convoy of Hope, and we're setting up a separate fund in Lifewave that is specifically going to go to brand partners who've lost their homes as a result of these fires. And we want to do what we can to help these people that are in need.
Oh, is that amazing? Hold on. I want to say one more thing, David. Yeah, before we get one more last photo, I want to say one more thing. David, I really appreciate you coming on, taking the time. It's about 11 o'clock, by the way, in Denmark right now, and taking the time to share with everyone. And I want, again, to remind you what Gina mentioned, that we are committed to take this team to 1 million brand partners in 2025 and bring Lifewave to $1 billion company, help play a big role in taking Lifewave to $1 billion company. Are you ready? We're committed. Can you see Gina? Can you see Gina? Can you see Gina?
Can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let's do 10.
High five. Yeah, all right. Okay, we're gonna get a big photo now. Come on. Everybody say goodbye to David as he beams his wealth.